Beta, kindly reply me in chat box that you can hear me. Assalamu alaikum everybody and welcome. I welcome you all to your first online class of English. I'm just waiting for all of you to join the class once, that then I will start my today's lecture. Beta, reply me in chat box that you can hear me. Walaikum salam Tayyab, can you hear me beta? Madiha Admani, can you hear me beta? All of you kindly reply me in chat box that you can hear me all. Okay, thank you Tayyab. Okay Hamza. Okay. I'm just waiting for you all to once join the class, and I will start today's lecture. Humera beta, can you hear me? Madiha, can you hear me beta? Why are you saying no? Can you hear me? Assalamu alaikum everybody and good afternoon. Nurul and Khalid. Beta, switch off your camera. Switch off your camera, Nurul and beta. Okay, Madiha. I'm just waiting all of you to join the class, then I will start my lecture. I hope that everybody will be fine and staying safe at home. Beta, you have to be very punctual about your class timings. Beta, switch off your cameras. Switch off your cameras. Shahir Junaid. Beta, switch off your cameras. You are not allowed to switch on your cameras. Okay, good, good. Okay, I hope everybody is here now. Okay, everybody. Who is this Oppo A12? Beta, rename yourself and come and join this class with your own name. Oppo A12, beta. Rename yourself, write down your own name, beta. Oppo A12e, beta. Write down your own name. Rename yourself, beta. Just join the class with your own names. Madiha Admani, beta. Switch off your camera. Okay, good, Madiha. Shahid Junaid, beta. Switch off your camera. Okay, I hope that everybody will be fine and staying safe at home. Who is this Oppo A12e? Beta, Write down your own name, Oppo A12e. Kindly rename yourself and join the class with your own name. Okay, I'm waiting for all of you to join the class first. Oppo A12e. Beta,
Yes, miss.
who is this Oppo A12e? Beta, write down your name. Just rename yourself.
Okay.
Sheikh Zaid, beta, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Sheikh Zaid, kindly reply me in chat box that you can hear me or not. Sheikh Zaid, beta, reply me. I'm waiting for your reply. Shahid Junaid, beta,
Yes,
switch
miss.
off
Now
your
I am
camera.
hearing you. I am hearing you, miss.
Okay, let's start now. Okay. Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon to all of you. Hope you all will be fine and staying safe at home. Students, my name is Aisha Adnan. I congratulate you and welcome you to class 10. Students, I want to say these words that we, the teachers, cannot wait to see all of you walking through the doors of school, and we hope that inshallah we will welcome you back to school very soon. I wish you all a wonderful year of learning ahead. Just enjoy each day and know that you are surrounded by support. Try your best in everything you do. Stay positive and keep smiling. Okay, students, before I start my today's lecture, I want to talk little bit about COVID-19. As you know that due to this pandemic, the whole world is suffering, and in response to the COVID-19 outbreak, schools are also shut down. So to help bridge the gap between educators and teachers, SM Public Academy Campus 5 has started online classes. And I'm pleased to inform you that SM Public Academy Campus 5 has provided us a platform to communicate with each other and continue the learning process. So, once again, I, Aisha Adnan, welcome you all and wish you all good luck and wonderful year of learning ahead. So, as you all know that being a student in school, you all are bound and you all are supposed to follow few rules and regulations. In the same way, there are few rules that you are supposed to follow in online classrooms as well. For example, you have to be very, very punctual in your classes. You have to follow the timings. Today is our first class, that's why I am adding you all. Either you are coming on time or joining the class late. I am welcoming you all. But in future classes and in upcoming classes, I will wait only for 10 minutes, and after 10 minutes, I am going to lock the room. Then nobody will be allowed to join the class. So, you all need to be very, very punctual. Another very important point is that you have to join the classes with your own names, because these names will guide us to mark your attendance, and You should be fully aware of your roll numbers as well. Okay? Your class will be of 70 minutes. Your class will be of 70 minutes, 1 hour and 10 minutes, and nobody is allowed to leave the class in between the lecture. Okay, you have to attend it for 1 hour and 10 minutes. In between the lecture, nobody is allowed to leave the class. No misbehavior or misconduct will be accepted, otherwise, teacher has full authority to make you leave the class. Either she can block you or any kind of money she can give you. Okay, so question answer session will be conducted. You can ask anything that you want to ask regarding the lecture, and I will be there to answer you. I hope that these rules will be clear to you. As we have uploaded all these rules in Google Classroom as well, you have to get all the updates from Google Classroom, each and everything, rules, timetable, your assignments, any important notice, everything will be uploaded on Google Classroom. You just are supposed to be in contact with the Google Classroom to get all the updates. I hope everything is clear to you. Kindly reply me in my chat box that everything is clear to you so that we can move forward. I'm waiting for your replies, beta. Okay, okay, everything is clear to you. Good, 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 good. Okay, so now let's move forward, beta. Here we have a little bit introduction of the book that you are going to study in class 8. In front of you, you can see in your screens as well. It's blue in color, and the name of the book is Concept 3 by P.C. Wren, a secondary English course. I hope that everybody must have purchased the box till now. Class, I want to tell you an important announcement. I want to announce one thing very important, that I, Aisha Adnan, will be your English language teacher, and Miss Aksa will be your English literature teacher. Okay? Aisha Adnan will be your English language teacher, and Miss Aksa will be your English literature teacher. I hope it's clear to you now. I hope it's clear to you now that I will teach you English language and Miss Aksa will teach you English literature. Okay, so your first 2 weeks will be of English language classes, and next 2 weeks will be of your English literature classes. I'm repeating, your first 2 weeks will be of English language classes, and next 2 weeks will be of English literature classes that will be taken by Miss Aksa. Is it clear to you now? It is clear, I hope that. Ruhab Iqbal beta, can you hear me? Reply me in your chat box. Can you hear me, everybody? So that we can move forward. Okay, okay, everybody. Let's move forward now. This was a brief introduction of your book. It's blue in color and name is Concept 3 by P.C. Wren. I hope that everybody is having their book with them. Okay, now, as today is 15th of June 2020 and our first lecture of English language. Sacha, beta, can you hear me? English language first lecture. Let's see what's the topic for today's lecture. Okay, first of all, tools required for taking notes. Beta, as in class, whenever the teacher delivers the lecture, you have your rough copy, pen or pencil with you to copy down all the important notes. In the same way, in online classes as well, you require a rough copy, a pen or pencil to copy down all the important notes, and you can copy down all the notes, and these notes will be helpful for you to prepare yourself for your assignments, for your test, for your exam. So kindly, you should have your rough copy, a pen or pencil with you to copy down all the important notes about today's lecture. I hope it's clear to you now. Let's move forward now. So, what is our first lecture? First topic. It's tenses. And I know that tenses is not a new thing. I know that tenses is not a new thing for you. It's a topic that you have been studying since your junior classes in the form of translations, in the form of do as directed, in the form of transformation of tenses from one tense to an other tense. So, we have 12 tenses: present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect continuous, future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, and future perfect continuous tense. So, what are we going to study in today's lecture? We are going to study about their structures and their Urdu identifications. A very first tense, present in definite tense. I hope that everybody must be having an idea of present in definite tense, a very simple, a very basic tense, and what is the Urdu identification of this tense. Whenever you have ta hai, ते हैं, ती है in last of any sentence, मैं स्कूल जाता हूँ, बच्चे स्कूल जाते हैं, बच्ची स्कूल जाती है. Whenever you have ta hai, te hai, ti hai in last of, in end of any sentence, it will be known as present in definite tense. Okay. So this is the Urdu identification of present in definite tense. Now, what is the structure of present in definite tense? In between the lecture, students are joining the class and I am letting them in the class. So, okay. Okay, ta hai, te hai, ti hai, whenever it comes in last of the sentence, it is known as present in definite tense. Now we are moving towards the structure. If we talk about simple sentence, simple means an assertive sentence. If we are, okay, I'm letting them in to join the class. Okay, let's wait for the other students as well. Let them join. Okay, simple sentence. If we have singular person, what will be the structure? Structure will be subject, verb, first form of verb, and object. If we have a singular person, subject, verb, first form of verb, s or es, and object. Have you noticed this thing in present indefinite tense? If we have a singular person, he, she, it, we have to use first form of verb, and after first form of verb, we have to add s or es. For example, Sarah is singular. Sarah goes to school. I have added s or es after first form of verb. Now, if we have plural person, more than one person, we will not add any s or es after writing first form of verb. For example, बच्चे स्कूल जाते हैं. Children go to school. Have you noticed? I have not added s or es after writing first form of verb. So when we have a singular person, one person, he, she, or it, we will add s or es after first form of verb. But if we have plural persons, more than one, we will only write first form of verb, but we will not add any s or es. Now, negative sentences. If we have plural persons, the helping verb will be do. If we have singular person, the helping verb will be does. Keep it in your mind, when we have more than one person like we, they, you, we will use do. But we have singular person like he, she, it, we will use does. Subject, do, not, first form of verb and object. In singular, subject, does not, first form of verb and object. In interrogative sentences, if you have plural, more than one, you will use do, and if the person is singular, you will use does. Have you noticed one thing? In simple present indefinite tense, we have to use first form of verb. If the sentence is simple or assertive, we have to add s or es after first form of verb. But if the subject is plural, we are not supposed to add any s or es after writing first form of verb. If the subject is singular, helping verb will be does. If the person is plural, helping verb will be do. Now, for example, Sara school नहीं जाती है. Sara doesn't go to school. Have you noticed that after writing does, I did not add any s or es. In simple word, मैंने जो s और es वर्ब के बाद ऐड करना था, वो मैंने किसको दे दिया? डस को. सारा डज नॉट गो टू स्कूल, मैंने ये नहीं लिखा सारा डज नॉट गोज टू स्कूल. वाई? बिकॉज वर्ब के बाद वाला एस और es मैं किसको दे चुकी हूँ? डस को. When you will write does, you will not use s or es after first form of verb, because verb के बाद वाला s और es मैंने किसको दे दिया? does को. I hope it's clear to you. Kindly मुझे chat box में बताइए, is it clear to you now? So that we can move forward. Okay. Yes. Okay. Good, beta. Good, everybody. Now see the examples here. Simple sentence. Sara goes to school on foot. Have you noticed? Sara is a singular person. That is why after writing first form of verb go, I have added s or es. Negative sentence. Sara does not go to school. Sara is singular. That is why I have used helping verb does. But after writing does, I will not add goes, s or es with go. क्योंकि जो go के साथ s और es था, वो मैंने किसको दे दिया? Because s or es I have given to does. Now you are not supposed to add s or es after writing first form of verb. Now see interrogative sentences. See the example here. Does Sarah go to school on foot? क्या सारा पैदल स्कूल जाती है? Obviously, it's an interrogative sentence and helping verb comes first. And as I told you in my previous slide, that if a person is singular, एक आदमी है, we will use helping verb does. But if the person is plural, more than one, what will be the helping verb? It will be do. Now see, does Sarah go to school on foot? क्या सारा पैदल स्कूल जाती है? Now I am not supposed to add s or es after writing first form of verb. Why? Because I have told you that कि go के बाद वाला जो s और es था, वो मैंने किसको दे दिया? does को. So after writing does, there is no need to add s or es after writing first form of verb. I hope it is clear to you now. Okay, one very important thing about interrogative sentence is question mark. Beta, you people are not habitual of using this question mark in interrogative statements or in interrogative sentences, if you will not follow this practice, your 0.5 marks of your 0.5 marks will be deducted. Okay, so you have to be very particular and careful about the question mark. If you are writing any interrogative sentence, question mark is must. Okay, so now what is our next tense? Our next tense is present continuous tense. First of all, we will see its Urdu identification. First of all, we will see its Urdu identification. What is the Urdu identification? It's raha hai, rahi hai, rahe hai. For example, बच्चा सो रहा है, लड़की खाना खा रही है, लड़के क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं. Have you noticed we have raha hai, rahi hai, rahe hai in the last of the sentence? So it is present continuous tense. So now let's see what is the structure of present continuous tense. See, I am talking about, have you seen here the sign of plus? It means that it's simple sentence, assertive sentence, or affirmative sentence, a simple statement. Okay, let me in the students as well, they are waiting. Then we will continue the lecture. Okay, so let's back to our lecture. Subject is MR, first form of verb ing and object. Now see, the example is he is playing. Have you noticed? He is a singular person. So what should be the helping verb with he? Is. And it's a continuous tense. That is why after writing first form of verb play, I have added ing as well. You all know that in continuous tense, either it's a present continuous, past continuous, or future continuous, we always use first form of verb and we add ing after writing first form of verb. So, in simple statement, he is playing. We are in negative sentence now. Let's see the negative sentence now. Negative means nafi jumla, where we have not or no. Now see the structure. Subject, he. He is a singular person. That is why I have written is here. Obviously, it's a negative sentence. I have to write not here. According to the structure, first form of verb play, and then I will add ing. He is not playing. I hope it's clear to you. Interrogative sentence. Okay, let's see interrogative sentence now. Obviously, beta, you all know that interrogative sentences, helping verb always comes first. So, obviously, according to the person, we have a singular person right now. He. Okay, just a minute, beta. Hello, Miss Jasmine, मेरी क्लास हो रही है. Okay, let's back to the lecture now. As I told you, beta, that in interrogative sentences, helping verb always comes first. So, according to the person, as we have a singular person, he is here, I have to use is. Is, subject, first form of verb, play, and then ing and question mark. Have you noticed that in interrogative sentence, question mark is must. Okay, otherwise your 0.5 marks will be deducted. For example, he is playing. वो खेल रहा है. He is not playing. वो नहीं खेल रहा है या वो खेल नहीं रहा है. Is he playing? क्या वो खेल रहा है? I hope it's clear to you. It's a very simple and basic tense I hope that you have studied this tense in your previous classes as well. Okay, let's move to the, let me admit the students as well in between the lecture. Let them in. Okay, so now present perfect tense. Now see the Urdu identification of this tense, beta. It's चुका है, चुकी है, दिया है, लिया है, किया है. For example, बच्चा स्कूल जा चुका है. मेरी वालदा खाना पका चुकी हैं. मैंने अपना काम मुकम्मल कर लिया है. All these are Urdu identifications of present perfect tense. Now, let's move towards the structure. What is the structure of simple sentence or assertive sentence? Okay. What is the structure? Subject, has or have. We have to decide the use of has or have with presence of subject. It depends on subject. If we have singular person, एक आदमी है, एक इंसान है, we have to use has. But if we have person in plural, more than one, like they, like we have to use have. And always with has or have, we are bound to use third form of verb, and then comes object. Now, in negative sentences, subject according to the person, then according to the subject, use of has or have, then comes not, third form of verb, and object. Interrogative sentences, obviously, as I told you earlier as well, in interrogative sentences, you have to use helping verb first. For example, if we have singular person, has will be there. If we have plural person, have will be there. Okay. So then comes subject, third form of verb, object, and question mark. Question mark is must. Now it will be more clear to you in form of the example. See, Sarah has gone to school on foot. Sarah पैदल स्कूल गई है या Sarah पैदल स्कूल जा चुकी है. Have you noticed that Sarah is singular? Sarah एक है. That is why I have used has here and third form of verb. In negative sentence, Sarah has not gone to school on foot. Sarah पैदल स्कूल नहीं गई है या सारा पैदल स्कूल नहीं जा चुकी है. ओके, अगेन इंटेरोगेटिव सेंटेंस, हैज सारा गॉन टू स्कूल ऑन फुट? क्या सारा पैदल स्कूल गई है? बिकॉज सारा इज सिंगुलर, दैट इज व्हाई हेल्पिंग वर्ब has is there, and in interrogative sentences helping verb always comes first. I hope that present perfect tense is clear to you, beta. Kindly reply me in chat box that it's clear to you. Is it clear? Okay, good beta. Okay, so other students are also joining the class. Let them in and let them join the class. Okay, now everybody is here. Okay, let's move forward now. Let's move on, let them in first. Still students are coming and joining the class. Just let them in. Okay. So class, we have present perfect continuous tense now. Wait. Yes. रहा है, रहे हैं, रही है, का रहा है, पे रहे हैं, पी रही है. Okay, you must be thinking now कि teacher has told us कि in present continuous tense the Urdu identification is रहा है, रहे हैं, रही है. Now teacher is again telling us that in present perfect continuous tense Urdu identification is रहा है, रहे हैं, रही है. तो बेटा always keep it in your mind that whenever a duration, a time period is there with raha hai, rahe hai, rahi hai, it should always comes in your mind that it's present perfect continuous tense. For example, let me give you an example. बच्चा सो रहा है. Child is sleeping. Have you noticed? No time period is there. But if I say बच्चा 2 घंटे से सो रहा है, see, रहा है, रही है के साथ what is their duration? 2 घंटे. For example, लड़के क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं. It's simple continuous tense. Boys are playing cricket. But if I say लड़के 2 घंटे से क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं, now see, रहा, रहे, रही plus time period is also there. So this is the basic difference between present continuous tense and present perfect continuous tense. In present continuous tense, we have only simple sentence having an action without any time period, raha, rahe, rahi ke saath. But in present perfect continuous tense, raha, rahe, rahi plus time period also will be there. लड़के खेल रहे हैं, boys are playing. लड़के 2 घंटे से खेल रहे हैं, boys are playing for 2 hours. Have you noticed? This is the basic difference. You have to keep it in your mind how you will be able to differentiate between these two tenses. Madiha beta, don't you worry, I will tell you everything what you are supposed to do in your copies. Just listen the lecture very carefully. In last few minutes, I will tell you what you are supposed to do in your copies. Okay, so don't you worry. Okay, let's move forward now, beta. Now let's see the structure of present perfect continuous tense. Obviously, it's continuous tense, and you know that in every continuous tense, we always use first form of verb with ing. You always use first form of verb with ing. In the same way, in present perfect continuous tense, we will use first form of verb with ing. So, now let's see the structure. Subject has had, okay, been. An additional word is there, been, because it's continuous tense. That is why we are using been here. See, subject has or have, been, first form of verb ing plus object and then use of since and for. For example, बच्चा 2 घंटे से सो रहा है. The child has been sleeping for 2 hours. See, I followed the same structure. In negative sentence, बच्चा 2 घंटे से नहीं सो रहा है. The child has not been sleeping for 2 hours. And in interrogative, क्या बच्चा 2 घंटे से सो रहा है? Has child been sleeping for 2 hours? And question mark. Okay, now I hope that use of since and for will be clear to you. You must have read about the use of since and for in your previous classes as well. Where do we use since and where do we use for? Okay, let me tell you in very simple and easy words when do we use